Everybody, Andy here again. Well, I'm in sunny Spain. It looks a bit overcast here. That's because I'm in the shadows at night. And would you believe I've been here just over a week now, and this is the first time that I've actually got my video camera out. I've been doing a fair amount of blogs. I'm sure you all know that because this won't be posted till I get home. One of the reasons I've not been making that many videos, actually, or any videos for that matter. It's a relaxing holiday, and somehow the vlogging would seem a bit intrusive because of the layout, the nature of the house, the fact that the family's there, you don't want to get in the way and that type of thing. So I've given it a bit of a break, but this morning I've come out and instead of turning left into the little walk down into the town, I've turned right and walked up the hill. I was told it's quite a nice walk. It's pretty amazing. Walking up right behind, there's no one about apart from a few Spanish people walking their dogs. They all say good morning, hola, or something else that is less intelligible to me. But I'm going to show you something, because what I'm basically doing is walking up the side of a river valley, the Rio Chico, I believe it's called. And at the moment, there's not a lot of it, because where I am, for those who are the uninitiated, I'm in a place called Orgiva, which is in the Alparan hills, which are like the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains, which are up there in that way. And look, here I am. This is the river valley behind me, suspiciously quiet. And as you can see, there's not a lot of it. But I should imagine that come when the meltwater sort of starts coming off the mountains in the springtime, this must be a pretty amazing sight. I mean, you see, and some of the hills behind me. I'm going to be in shadow, but nice and green, and there is a lot of water around. If I find a little spot, I'll show you. But what they do, they channel the water off of the hills. Even now, when we're late August, aren't we? They channel it down. I think they call them acequias or something like that. That's probably the complete wrong pronunciation. They channel the water down because the meltwater is coming off the hills, the mountains, all the time. And I haven't seen it this time, but when I've been out here before, you can still see little patches of snow on the top of the Sierra Nevada mountains. And when you think this is the middle of August and it's in the 90s heat-wise over here, a bit of dry heat. But as you've just seen, it's actually pretty green. I thought it just struck me. This is the second lot of Sierra Nevada mountains that I've seen this year, which is quite. So I'm having a great time. I'm in this one. I have no idea where I'm going, but I walk round the sort of side of a valley. I come into this bit here. I'll just show you behind me. It's like becoming a bit of like a moonscape or something. I'm going into another valley, which you can't see. It's sort of hidden from where our little rental cottage is, which I must say, and if you've read any of my blog posts, you'll know is a pretty idyllic spot. But as always, I'm walking up here and I can see a little thing around the corner, and I'm thinking, I wonder what's around that corner. So maybe I should find out very shortly. But I thought I'd just say that, just get the camera out. I may well do it again, if I find something particularly exciting. I don't know where the road's going to go. This is the beauty of doing this, walking without maps. Maybe I should start a new trend, but there is a bit of an art form to it. I may have a pretty good sense of direction, but I don't really know where I am here. So I'm going to keep walking up here. I've already found some little bridges which I should imagine have been knocked down. I think we'll say actually, although it's green, get the water off the mountains here. Excuse me, I'm a bit out of breath, out of condition, not used to this. And I'm going uphill. Here they actually had some very bad weather for themselves in the winter. They had like 3 weeks of continuous rain. The English couple who own our property and live next door were telling me. Oh, I want to see where I'm coming now. I'm coming out to the next village. And this whole area was flooded. And you can see, I don't know if you can notice the boulders in the river, obviously literally washed off the mountainsides. And they had landslides, they had dreadful problems. And so benign now, it's very, very hard to believe. Well, if I come over here, I'll show you. This is the village. I was told the village wasn't that far away. Okay, it's quite a nice little view this actually. I can see it, you can't. Right, I'll come round. Whoop. That there, I believe, is the village of Biacus. I don't know if you can see, but in the hills around there, there are some other like little villages. It's up in there. I think there's another one up the top there. And if you follow this valley behind me, and you go around the corner and up through and around the corner, you then get to some absolutely wonderful hill villages, which I went to the last time I was here a couple of years ago. Stunning location. I absolutely love it here, and I know my wife does as well. So I'm just going to walk a little bit further and see what else I can find. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye. Well, I thought I was just talking about this river valley. I'll just show you this little bit here. This is part of the valley. You might be able to hear some water in the very distance. That's not one of those acequias or something. But you can see here, there's tree roots, there's trees growing in here at the moment. And you come up here, one of the valleys goes around the corner in that direction, and you get the villages up there. That's what I think is Biacus, and you can see that little cleft in the hill there. And if you go around the corner there, I believe, you come up to some, right towards the real tops of the Sierra Nevada. If I get a view of it, I will certainly show it to you. But peaceful at the moment, but I bet that was pretty frightening with that water rushing, gushing, charging down the hills when they had that bad weather. Well, there's that village of Biacus again. You can see the cleft in the hill there and the way that the valley runs right the way through, and you can maybe see right in the distance the even higher hills around there. You can hear the water, I'm sure. And here we go, exactly what I was talking about. This water in one of the driest parts of Spain is flowing like this towards the end of August. And if I bring you around here very slightly, and I bet you this water is freezing cold, but it's running down there, and here is one of the really old-fashioned ways of channeling the water. And this is what they use, and it comes down by where we're staying at the moment as well. And every so often, yesterday was one of those days, they open the channel and flood the area for a little bit. I remember them doing it in the garden that we stayed in. They had a channel that went around the back of the house, and on a couple of days a week an old boy would come along, open up the channel and flood the garden. It's done like on a rotation. Very old-fashioned way of doing things, but very fair, I think, as well. Lovely sound.